one there, and cylinder number. Put the gap at 0.6 mil. I took it out of the package. It comes as 0.7. 0.7 goes in there. See, and this is 0.6. It's too loose, so I'm gonna tap it down a little bit until it sits there perfectly. Now I have tapped it. 0.7 doesn't go in there anymore, but the 0.6 goes in there nicely. That's what we want. Yeah, 0.7 doesn't go anymore in there. That's spark plug done. I'm gonna do all of the rest of these four gonna be done, and then I'll fit it in the car. Now I'm gonna wrap the header with this heat wrap. I'll wrap it up, and then this one already came. It's already came wrapped. The Harvey Smith one. It's been done properly. So I will try my best to do this one as well properly. I'm just gonna start from here, and then I'm gonna wrap both of them together. Both of them together. Just wrap it around, round. Just holding it nice and tight, and keep going around it nice and tight. Keep putting this one back. Yep, I have wrapped it up all the way, but I ran out of heat wrap, so I'm gonna get more and just go around this area. Then it's done. Yep. Today's the day. I'm gonna fit all these parts. Here's the car. Yeah, all the parts are in. The exhaust is not very loud. Just driving into the garage now, and then I will start doing the modification and stuff. Okay, all the parts are here, ready to be fitted. That's the RCM 340 fuel pump. That's the genuine oil filter. That's a fuel filter, genuine one. The injectors are here, 750cc injectors. They are somewhere in here. Them ones there. The 4-bar map sensor. That's just a sandwich plate for the oil pressure and the oil temperature. That's the spark plugs. That's the K&N air filter. That's just a rear tow eye. That's the RCM center exhaust, GT spec headers, Harvey Smith up pipe, MD 320, fire extinguisher. That's the oil, Miller 10W40, Mishimoto intake. That's the RCM downpipe and the RCM rear exhaust. Okay, the first thing I did, I have disconnected the battery. I'm gonna jack it up, and then I'm gonna take the exhaust manifold out first, because the engine is hot and the bolts will come out loose. I'm gonna take the under tray out. I'm not gonna need the under tray anymore because of the exhaust manifold, and then I'll take the exhaust manifold out. Okay, here's the exhaust manifold. It's quite rusty. I'm gonna take it out, this manifold, and then I will show you, once I take it out, I will show you where the screws goes. And then the oil filter, I just recently changed it. It's a genuine one, but I'm gonna change it again anyway. I'm gonna take this cover out first because I need to get to the exhaust manifold screws. This plate has to come off, which is 1, 2, 3, I think about 4 screws. The same thing as this plate, it has to come out. Then the screws are in there, but they're very rusty at the moment, so I will probably just break it and then take it out. So yeah, you can see the exhaust manifold screws now. 1, 2, and there's the last one there, 3 there, because I took the cover out. So when you take the cover out, you can get to the screws. Same thing to this one. I have took the cover out now, but the lambda sensor is on the way. So I'm gonna take that lambda sensor out, and then this cover will come out, and then the screws are just there. This is the lambda sensor wire. When you take the airbox out, you can see the wire, and the wire is just here. So I will disconnect the wire, then the cover will come out, then I can take the manifold out. And okay, I can't really take that sensor out. I cannot take it out. It's like I just can't take it out, for example. So what I did, I bent the plate. I can get to this screw now. I will take it out, and then there's another screw on top of it, just above, just next to the sensor. That screw there. I'm gonna take it off, and then I will take the head of screws out. Then the header will come out. The old header is out. Now I got an oil leak from the cam cover gasket, so I'm gonna sort out this oil leak at the same time. Now the head is out, I'm gonna take the lambda sensor out. If I need to warm it up, I'll just warm it up to take it out, but I think it will open. So I got lambda sensor tools here. I will just put this tool in there and then try to open it. Now I'm gonna remove my exhaust system, so that I can take the turbo out as well. Here's the exhaust system. I'm gonna take it out, jack it down, and then start taking the turbo out. Now my exhaust system is out. Just gonna take this lambda sensor out, and then I'll take this cut out as well, the sport cut. Now what I did is, for the downpipe, I took the screws out from underneath, that screw and that one, and the other one as well. So now when I jack it down, when I get to the turbo, I can take the other top screws. It will be easier there, and then the downpipe will come out. It's only holding by this screw from the gearbox. I will take this screw out as well, and the downpipe is ready to come out. The coolant expansion bottle is out. Now I'm gonna take the intercooler out, take the turbo plate out, the heat shield, and then I will see more space. I'm also gonna change this intake pipe to the Mishimoto one. So now I have more space here to take the cam cover out and sort out the oil leak at the same time. Okay, just a quick guide on how to take the intercooler out. It's very easy. Take these two Jubilee clamps out, take that screw out, take them two out, take that one out, and then undo this turbo inlet pipe out, and then it will just slide up, and then disconnect the dump valve. Once the top mount intercooler is out, then you can see there's there's so much space in here, you can see everything here. So you'll be able to see what's holding the turbo and everything else. The old turbo is out. It is the VF35. That's the standard turbo, and this is the bigger turbo, which is the MD. There is it, MDX321, and I'm gonna take this up pipe out and put the Harvey Smith one, and then I'll put the turbo on. Now the up pipe is coming out. It comes out from the top, the up pipe. Right, the next thing is, because I'm gonna fit a bigger turbo there, it won't sit properly because the gearbox is kind of holding the turbo. So what I'm gonna do, that's what everyone else does, I'm gonna grind this bit down. This is the engine block. I'm gonna grind it down. I will show you the aftermath when I grind it down. Then the turbo will sit properly. Okay, I have grind this one down. I have grind that up one down as well. Now I will put the up pipe, the Harvey Smith up pipe, tight the up pipe, and then put the turbo on. No, actually before I put the turbo on, I'm gonna change this inlet pipe as well. I'm just taking this one out. I won't be needing this one, so I need to get it out. The proper way to get this one out is you have to take the inlet manifold out, but it takes a while to do. So because I won't be needing this one, I'll squeeze it out and put the new one in. The new one is flexible, so it will just go in. So you see, I chopped off everything with the hacksaw, so I can get this thing out. This way, it will save you a lot of time if you cut everything. Here's the Mishimoto one I'm gonna put in there. Here's the old one. The pipe goes through a lot of pressure, especially it's gonna get mapped. That's why I'm gonna put this high pressure one in there. It's gonna deal with a lot of stress. Okay, I had to disconnect the power steering pipe because, you know, the thing just wasn't happening, you know. So I'm gonna move it aside, then I should be able to slide it in. The pipe is in. It was a mission to get it in, but I have managed to squeeze it in and connect everything on it. Now I'm gonna put the turbo. Now I'm gonna put the Harvey Smith up pipe, then the turbo. And this is the Harvey Smith up pipe. You feed it from underneath and comes to the top, and then it just bolts onto the bracket. Simple. The headers is on now. It was quite hard to get it in, so what I had to do, I had to cut down the subframe. I had to cut it down, as you can see. I have cut it down all the way there, and then I have chopped down this end as well, and then the header can go on. So today is Saturday. The car is misfiring on one of the cylinder. One of the injectors gone. I'm just going to Aldershot to collect a set of injectors. The remapping is next week, so I need to sort out this misfire as soon as possible. Here we are. This is where I'm gonna get the injectors. That's the injectors. Got the injectors now. They are decapped, so it is modified, the injectors that I got. Yeah, the guy modified for me. He's like a Subaru specialist or something. Just going home now. Okay, now I have put the one of the injector was faulty. It was cylinder number 2 injector was faulty, and then the thing is, I bought the injector last year when I was buying the modification, and one of them went wrong. So just a quick tip is, on normal cars, cylinder number 1 is here, cylinder number 2 is there, cylinder number 3 is there, and cylinder number 4 is there. When it was showing cylinder number 2 misfire, I was struggling to find out what's going on, because I thought cylinder number 2 is the second one here, but actually the cylinder number 2 is here. So basically how it works is, cylinder number 1 is here, the first one, cylinder number 2 is here, the second one here, and cylinder number 3 is there, the last one there, and cylinder number 4 is there. So first time I was there checking the spark plug, swapping them, swapping the coil, swapping the injectors, and it was still saying number 2. Then I finally went on Google, and then I found a picture that on this Boxer engine, cylinder number 1 is here, cylinder number 2 is there. And then I swapped the coil, swapped the spark plug, and it was still saying cylinder number 2. Then I swapped the injector, then it moved to cylinder number 3. So I went to get set of injectors. Now there is no more misfire. No more misfire, and there is no more engine light now, flashing and stuff. So yeah, the car is ready to be mapped now. All I have to do now is just put new engine oil in there, and then job done, and oil filter. Now there is no misfire now. The only fault is coming is the O2 sensor, bank 1 sensor 1. But once it's mapped, then it will be sorted out. No more engine light as well. And, yeah. Okay, now the last thing to do is change the engine oil, and then oil filter, and then job done. That's the one, Miller 10W40. Okay, while the oil is out and before putting the oil filter, I decided to put the sandwich plate in there, so it measures the oil pressure and the oil temperature. And then I'll wire it up to my boost gauge. That's my boost gauge there. Now I'm just installing my boost gauge. That's the boost, that's the oil temperature, and that's the oil pressure. I'm just gonna tap into the wire which goes at the back of the clock. The one I'm gonna tap into is blue and red, which is positive. Black is negative, and then yellow and green is the ignition live. When you turn on the ignition, then power comes to the clock, and then when you turn it off, power goes. So in this boost gauge here, in the gauges here, you have here. The orange is the positive on the boost gauge. The red is also positive on the oil temperature and the oil pressure. And then black is the ground for all of them. So we have 3 positives, which is 2 red and 1 yellow. Sorry, it's not yellow, it's orange. Yeah, 3 positive and 3 brown, which is gonna go to the negative. And the white one is the ignition one. These white ones, there's 2 white one here. Actually there's 3 white one. They're the ignition one. So the white is gonna go to that one. Green and yellow. Black is gonna go to black, and then red and orange is gonna go to blue and red. So that will power up the gauges. And then the boost gauge wires are in.